Sims Walker, knocked down.
Oh my God! Davis is going running all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game.
In trouble. He's going to be sacked. No, gets away. He runs, gets away again, goes to the 40, gets away again.
Jackson takes it himself. Look at him dart back and forth. Oh! He broke his ankles.
I have never seen this before in my life.
Still looking. Firing. Near corner. It's caught!
Denver! Unbelievable!
And welcome to the fourth down fiasco!
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Fourth Down Fiasco, your go-to podcast for all things football, brought to you by our sponsors, BetStamp. BetStamp is the book for sports bookies. They have a wide variety of sports books, including BetMGM, Bet365, Caesars, FanDuel. Danny, what's the big one from Colorado that people use all the time that has a weird name?
Bet365?
No, there's a weird one that we all went, what is that? But it's the most used one.
Like Sport Zeno or something like that?
Oh, yes, Sports Zeno. Thank you. But yeah, you make sure that you check them out. You can go to signupexpert.com/fiasco. They have all kinds of betting lines as well as deals for you right now. So make sure that you put down a $10 bet because that would make us the most happy here on the podcast for reasons that our contract says we cannot explain. So with that, as always, we ask that you rate us 5 stars on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. It's the best way for us to grow the show. And with me, as always, are the rising stars of the podcast industry, the charismatic South Carolinian Tanner Vinsky, and the oh boy Ohioan Danny Weber. Say hello to the people for me, y'all.
Hey.
I'm not from the South.
No, we know you're not actually from the South. We'll get into that later. Trust me. I got something cooked up for you, Pittsburgh boy. But it's just where you're at right now. So
I didn't quit the podcast. Even though I missed last week, I didn't quit.
Yes, thank you, Danny, for not quitting the podcast, even though technically you were supposed to.
I said maybe.
Yeah, you said that you would, then retracted and said maybe.
Go back. I said if they lose to Washington, I might quit the podcast. There was a stipulation in there of might.
You know what? I might just have to clip that into the pod. So, but with that, Danny, do you want to take us through the Week 5 scores for the NFL? Because holy shit, we're almost a third of the way through the season.
We're through Week 5 already. Holy cow! But yeah, Kirk Cousins breaks Matt Ryan's passing yard record on Matt Ryan night to beat the Buccaneers 36-30. The Vikings and the Jets fly over the pond as the Vikings come back 5-0 with the Jets without a head coach now. The Bears put a whooping on the Panthers 36-10. Caleb Williams goes for 304 yards and 2 touchdowns in the air. The Bengals and Ravens in a almost 10 touchdown game and an overtime 41-38 to the Ravens. The Dolphins and the Patriots, or the Tank Bowl or whatever, what should we call that? The 2 worst teams, 2 worst offenses, comes out, lives up to the hype, 15-10 with Tyler Huntley leading the way.
Wow.
The Commanders continue their hot streak over the Browns as Deshaun Watson throws a fit as the Browns lose 34-13. The Jaguars finally get in the win column 37-34 over the Anthony Richardson-less Colts. The Texans beat the Bills 23-20. The Broncos, and Bo Nix has himself a day, 34-18 over the Raiders.
Yeah, he did.
As Gardner Minshew got benched. The Cardinals somehow sneak a win out from the 49ers 24-23, but that makes you very happy.
Hate watch, always.
Hate watch. The Packers continue their run, I guess, not a run, but they win 24-19 over the Rams. The Giants walk into Seattle and somehow walk out with a 29-20 win. And then Dak Prescott becomes the first quarterback in NFL history to throw a touchdown on 2 separate days as the Cowboys win 20-17 over the Steelers in Pittsburgh. And the Chiefs remain undefeated 26-13 over the injured Derek Carr Saints.
Woohoo.
Whoop.
Love it. All right, fellas, y'all know the drill. Which game do y'all want to highlight?
Tanner, you want to start?
You know what? Let's go. Since Robert Saleh got fired, let's go over the London game. And obviously, we've covered enough of Europe. Might as well talk more about it.
Ooh. Talk about the ELF.
Speaking of which, shout out to our friend of the pod, Matt Brezington, for being the ELF Journalist of the Year, according to us.
The FDF ELF Journalist of the Year.
That's a lot of acronyms. Sorry, Tanner, didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. So the Vikings-Jets game was one of those games where the Vikings came out super hot, and I mean, the Jets were just getting blown out. I mean, by halftime, it was 17-7, and there was just nothing going right for the Jets at all. Aaron Rodgers threw 2 first-half picks. There was a defensive touchdown from the Vikings. I think it was Van Ginkel had like a 69-yard return or something like that. And I forget the exact stat on Van Ginkel, but he has, I think, 8 career interceptions, and I think 5 of them have gone back for touchdowns.
It's pretty,
which is kind of insane.
Weekend.
Yeah.
This weekend had a lot of big returns.
There was, yeah. I mean, in terms of this game, the Vikings really put their foot off the gas, and they really were not moving the ball well against the Jets defense in the second half at all. And it was really leading to the point where the Jets had an opportunity to win this game, and then Aaron Rodgers just threw a terrible ball to Garrett Wilson to get picked off. And it was like uncharacteristically bad. Like, it was a one-on-one route, and he just threw it under his receiver. So, I mean, it was just super easy for Stephon Gilmore to make that play and seal the game.
Yeah, wasn't Wilson the intended target on that one?
It was Wilson, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if he just puts more air on that ball, and just puts it in front of him, he had Gilmore beat by about a step. I mean, it's not like he just blew past Cowboys legend Stephon Gilmore, but definitely had the step on him. All he's got to do is just put it in the breadbasket, touchdown. What'd y'all say? Y'all talking?
Oh, I didn't realize he was on the Cowboys. When was he on the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
For a couple of years. But yeah, it's weird. It's rare to see Aaron Rodgers underthrow a wide receiver for an interception, but yet alone throw 3 picks in a game.
I will say it's weird because the game, like, you look at the stat box in the stat box.
It's so bad.
You look at the box score and you see the box score and you're like, all right, Aaron Rodgers, awful game, terrible. Like, what has happened? I don't put a lot of the blame of this game on Aaron Rodgers. I put it more on the receiving core because outside of Garrett Wilson, there was just nobody that could get open. And if they did get open, Allen Lazard had a lot of really easy catches this game and immediately, just off the hands every single time. Rodgers places this perfect ball straight into the breadbasket right there for him, dropped. And you can see Aaron Rodgers' frustration throughout the game. I mean, every time that the ball would hit Lazard's hands, it was just like, what the hell is going on? Like, these are, these are layups for the Jets offense, and the receivers aren't coming down with them, which puts more credence to the Davante Adams thing. I mean, if the Jets had Davante Adams, Rodgers would not have thrown 3 picks that game.
No, not at all.
The running game was also awful for the Jets. I don't know what the O-line is terrible there. I know
Minnesota's defense this year is insane.
They are, but
they're so good this year.
Yeah, but there were a couple of plays that I saw from both Breece Hall and Braylon Allen, both where there were gaps, there were holes on certain plays, and then they just said, no, I'm just going to completely ignore my read on this one, and I'm going to go straight into this linebacker that just closed the A gap. And sorry, as the fantasy owner of both of those guys, really pissed me off this week.
No, I agree. I don't know what the Jets are going to do offensively. I mean, their defense is amazing, and yet the main reason for their defense being amazing, they sent out the door this morning. So we'll see what happens with the Jets.
I wouldn't mind him making his way to Cincinnati.
Hey, there you go. Might help you out a little bit.
He's needed in Cincinnati.
Yes.
I saw a wild stat today from I can't remember if it was Bleacher Report or who it was, but through 5 weeks last year, the Jets had 93 points. Through 5 weeks this year, the Jets have 93 points.
Nice. That's Zach Wilson.
So it doesn't matter if it's Zach Wilson or it's Aaron Rodgers.
No, yeah.
This offense ain't scoring.
No,
So is Rodgers washed? Can we start that narrative?
No, not yet. Give it another couple
Dang
weeks.
it. Okay.
We're almost there though. The teapot, it's whistling
cooking.
a little bit. Yeah.
So looking at the Minnesota defense like stats, did we ever talk about how that one fantasy league gave 100 points for a quarterback that got a tackle?
Yes.
Sam Darnold had a tackle on his interception.
Somebody won big in their fantasy league somewhere.
That's happened twice this year.
Probably.
Right? Yeah, I think Sam Darnold's gotten 2 tackles on his.
But like Sam Darnold, he's actually a pretty good fantasy quarterback this year. But to this game, if you started him, he played like shit. But if you're in that league, he got 100 points.
There you go.
Jordan Addison also had a tackle.
I'd be so pissed.
They had the same amount of tackles as Andrew Van Ginkel and their their first round pick, Dallas Turner. They all had 1 tackle. I don't know how your 2 best defensive players only got 1 tackle, but it is what it is.
I mean, yeah, they only had 1 tackle, but defense also only gave up 17 points. So,
That's
so sometimes counting stats just don't mean shit.
No.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, cool. Danny, what's your game to highlight for the week?
Let's talk about Bucks Falcons, because I think their matchup for round 2 is going to be equally as exciting.
Okay.
Because I really like the AFC South this year, at least half the teams, which is something you don't normally say with the NFC South.
Mm-hmm.
My bad. But yeah, Kirk Cousins, it was a good day for quarterbacks to throw the football. Or just weak.
Kirk Chains, baby. Kirk Chains.
Like Aaron Rodgers threw for over 50 pass attempts. Kirk Cousins threw for almost 60 pass attempts.
500 yards.
509 yards, 4 touchdowns, and a pick. And still averaged 8 yards on 58 attempts.
Greatest black quarterback in Atlanta's history.
This one doesn't beat dogs either.
That's
God
true.
damn it.
He just got the cold.
Well, actually, no, he does beat dogs because he beat the shit out of Baker Mayfield.
That's true.
Man. Came through with the jokes today, baby.
But on Baker's side, he had a very efficient game. Only got sacked once, 3 touchdowns, only 180 yards, but 19 to 24.
This loss was not on Baker. It was on that Bucks defense. That Bucks defense was terrible.
Even Rashad White, 10 carries, 72 yards, 7 yards a carry. You should usually win a game when your running back has 7 yards a carry.
Well, I would also argue you probably usually win a game if you score 30 points. But it was not that
I want to know what that stat is, because I feel like it happened multiple times this week, especially with this game, Cincinnati. How many times has a team put up 30 and lost? Can you find that out?
I'll try to figure it out.
But can we talk about Drake London having himself a day? 12 for 154 and a touchdown, and then got taken out for the last play of the game, and his replacement scored the touchdown.
The old switcheroo,
Yeah. Kadero Hodge, good job. Two targets, 2 receptions, 67 yards, and the game-winning touchdown.
Also, Kadero Hodge, phenomenal singer for anybody who follows him on TikTok.
I did not.
Just so y'all know. Yes, absolutely. I mean, I can tell that brother went to church back in the day. he was a part of that church choir back in the day.
I also want to pour one out for the Kyle Pitts fantasy owners, a.k.a. me, who benched him this week after he got 0 points last week.
Ooh. Well, actually...
He got 12 points, but for a tight end, that's pretty good.
Hey, yeah, especially this season because Kelsey, Andrews, and Kittle are not the same guys that they've been. So it's
Kelsey's coming back since Rashid Rice got hurt, but Mark Andrews non-existent, Sam Laporta hurt, Brock Bowers is kind of getting into it. He had a big play last week.
He had a nice week for me this week.
Yeah, but Kyle Pitts, who knows? But yeah, tight ends this year are a dime.
It's real boom or bust every week. And it's
honestly, tight ends should just be eliminated from fantasy, to be honest. Until there's a solid like 6 tight ends at least, like it's so frustrating.
It is, especially if you have like me. I have 2 different leagues where I have Kelsey and Bowers, and I'm constantly trying to figure out who's going to have the big week this week. And I feel like the past 3 weeks I've gotten it wrong, and it's just been like, oh, the one week that I put Bowers in, it's like, oh, Kelsey goes off, or vice versa. I'm just like, damn.
I have Kelsey and Bowers in my one league, and it's like I don't know who to put.
But neither one of them gets me enough points for me to justify putting them both in,
Yeah, I'm not putting one in a flex when I have
absolutely.
CeeDee Lamb as my flex.
Ooh, that's a nice flex to have.
I have Jamar Chase and CeeDee Lamb. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, that is nice. Tanner, did you figure out the stat?
No, I've Googled this like 16 different ways, and nothing's coming up. So,
well, you know what? I think it's fair to say if you scored 30 points, damn it, you should win. And if you don't, it's because your defense was shit. I think it's
I'm just bad at Googling sports stats, but I can't find shit.
Well, my game to highlight, which, Danny, I'm sorry to do this, but I'm actually doing it in favor of you. Baltimore Ravens, Cincinnati Bengals. Golly, Joe Burrow, man, that was
hell of a game.
Sad to see, because he went off. 392, 5 touchdowns. Just efficient, 30 of 39. Just ridiculous. Lamar Jackson also had himself a day too with 348 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, and I thought he scored one on the ground too.
Look at the combined T. Higgins and Jamar Chase stats. 4 touchdowns. What is that?
276 yards.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Pretty solid day for the 1 and 2.
Yeah, I'd say so. Man, it's just y'all's defense is bad.
Our defense, and we just lost our CB1.
Yeah, that's hard.
Dex Hill just tore his ACL.
That's hard.
I will say though, we did get our number 1 interior D lineman back this week, and it did show because before the very last play of the game, besides the field goal, before Derrick Henry's 51-yard rush, he only had like 40 yards throughout the whole day. So our run game was better.
There you go.
This time it just happened to Lamar Jackson throw for 348 yards because we were starting 2 rookies.
Yeah, he had an MVP like performance
because of your defense. You might just pick top 5 and get a really good defensive player.
That's fine.
Yeah. And whenever you bring Salah in, whenever you bring Salah in to fix up your defense, you'll be fine.
If we bring Salah in, that'd be ecstatic.
I would be too. But yeah, it's been a very unfortunate season for y'all. There is a good team in there.
We've been so close in almost every single one of our losses.
Yeah, there is a good team somewhere deep down in that 1-4, Bengals roster. But it's just things should have lined up for y'all.
Look, let me read off our 5 weeks: 16-10 against the Patriots. Mm-hmm. That also included the touchdown that the NFL came out on Tuesday saying should have never been overturned. 26-25 Chiefs, 38-33 Commanders. We won 34-24 against the Panthers, and then 41-38 against the Ravens. If we had any bit of luck throughout the season, and
you could be 4-1 right now.
Yeah, we could be 5-0.
I would just, I wouldn't even say luck. If you just had like one stop on defense, like if you got one punt.
One punt against the Commanders, we win that game.
Yeah, if you can just get an extra punt, like that's all you need, but your defense just isn't allowing it.
No. It's like any bit of like, oh, maybe we'll turn the needle just a hair. We could be 4-0, 5-0. Like we should have beat the Patriots, we should have beat the Chiefs, we should have beat the Commanders, and we should have beat the Ravens. But
you really should have beaten the Ravens. That Zach Taylor running the ball 3 times after getting the ball.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Like,
to settle for a 52-yard field goal when your quarterback has been lighting up the defense with almost 400 yards, throw the damn ball. They couldn't stop anything at all. And there was 11 men in the box. Like that screen, that I wish I could go back and just take a picture of that play. There's not a single person outside of the tackle box on the Ravens defense. They had 9, I think, guys on the line of scrimmage, and we ran it up the middle with our smallest running back. 3 times.
Sounds about Bengals to me.
Absolutely insane. And then in the press conference, people got really mad at this because Joe Burrow was like, oh, I just need to play like a better game. Like I shouldn't have thrown that pick. Jamar Chase was like, oh, on that pick, I ran a shitty route. He shouldn't have got over top of me. The punter was like, yeah, I just needed to catch that cleanly. And then the head coach was like, oh, Burrow audibled that call. They're like, I didn't call that play. So like everybody took blame, accountability. And then the head coach was like, "Oh, it was him.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't."
The issue with you got so it's one of those things where teams, when they find success too early, I kind of want to look into this because I feel like this has happened before, where teams will find success too early on. And then they cling to what made them successful in that early iteration, and it actually goes ahead and ruins their team. And I think this could happen to Cincinnati with Zach Taylor, because I think Zach Taylor is a bad head coach.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think Zach Taylor brings much to Cincinnati, and I think he's actively an anchor to that Cincinnati team.
He shouldn't
and
be
by making that Super Bowl run in 2022, I think it's actively hurting the franchise right now because it's, Zach Taylor's, a Super Bowl, appearance coach. Like this guy has won the AFC Championship game. He's beaten the Chiefs. Like Zach Taylor is our franchise coach.
No.
Yeah, peaking too early and really screwing up.
I think they're too committed on Zach Taylor, and I think if you actually got rid of Zach Taylor and brought in a better coach, I think the Bengals have a much better chance of competing than they do right now with him.
Mm-hmm.
The Bengals fan base is tired of Zach Taylor. He should have given up play calling a long time ago. He is not a good play caller. His one season as offensive coordinator at University of Cincinnati, I think they went like 4-7. Not good. And then he got hired to be the Bengals head coach. And if we didn't have Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, our offense wouldn't be where it is with his play calling. Like we're lucky to have 2 top 3 players at the position.
I mean, sometimes you just draft a franchise quarterback. That's just the way it goes. We've seen franchise quarterbacks on bad teams before. I mean, look at Matt Stafford on the Lions. Look at
Mm-hmm. As soon as he goes somewhere else,
I like Zach Taylor as a human being. I wouldn't mind him staying on as like an assistant role somewhere, but we need a change of management.
Yeah, but whenever you have a head coach, they don't just
you can't keep him on. Like we need a clear house.
Yeah,
honestly, bring in
dude. He needs
Bill Belichick
to coach the Jets.
Bring in Bill Belichick and Robert Saleh. I'm golden.
Was it Saleh? I thought it was Saleh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Saleh.
That's fine. Okay. Bring in Robert Saleh and Bill Belichick to run our team.
I don't know if you want Bill Belichick as a coach, to be honest.
I do.
If he can do what he did to Tom Brady to Joe Burrow, I'd take it.
I don't know.
Do you know what Bill Belichick could do with Dak Prescott? Please, right now. Yeah, bye, Mike McCarthy.
I don't know. Sometimes people just don't have the sauce anymore. I mean, Bill Belichick's an old guy.
Bring him in for the rest of the year, and we're 1-4. What can hurt?
I mean, yeah, that's a good point. Like, why
bring him in as like an interim for the last couple, like for the last 2/3 of the season?
No,
see what he does.
Do that.
If not,
can't hurt.
Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, we have one of the best statistical offenses in Bengals history currently, but our defense is the worst statistically.
Selling hard right now.
Yeah. We should be talking about Super Bowl contenders and not top 5 pick contender.
Yeah. So
it is what it is.
Moving forward, Fiasco Awards of the Week, our favorite. Do y'all mind if I go first on this one?
Did we talk about a game that you had?
What was that?
Did we talk about your game?
Yeah, it was the Bengals game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you didn't choose it. I chose it.
Sorry. I've seen red for a little bit.
Hey, I'm sure that game probably took a lot out of you.
Oh, yeah, it was very sad. And the thing is, I didn't really want to watch it. And then we started watching it, so I couldn't turn it off. Mm-hmm. And then it made me really sad.
Yeah.
Especially when we settled for a 52-yard field goal. And I thought it'd be our kicker that missed it and not a failed hold.
Yeah. Rough week. Rough Sunday for you. I'm sorry. So Fiasco Awards. I have one. And it goes specifically to whoever designed the shitty stadium out in Pittsburgh.
Oh no, guys! I think my fish drowned. I think I gotta go.
And so I have a letter. I have a letter to the city of Pittsburgh.
Should I just mute him, Tanner?
Yeah, we got to make sure we
call.
There you go. I got you. You can't talk now.
Wait, am I the muted one? No! No!
You're back now, but you were muted.
I am getting through this. I get made fun of every season for being a Cowboys fan. So for the one time in my life, I want to make fun of somebody else. So sorry, Tanner. That just happens to be you today. And also my friend John Lucas, who I will send this clip to at some point. But my open letter to Steelers fans. Screw you. Screw your pencil-shaped state. Screw your Appalachian moniker because you're actually from the Midwest. Screw your stupid little Ferris wheel on your city bridge. Screw your Gotham City architecture. Screw your bumblebee-ass colors. Screw your lopsided logo helmet. Get a second sticker in that hoe. Screw Mike Tomlin, even though I would take him over my coach in a heartbeat. Screw your shitty food. Screw Primati Brothers. Screw pierogies. Screw Park and Eat cookies. But most importantly, screw your bum-ass stadium. It's 2024. Get a retractable roof because a 90-minute rain delay has messed up my sleep schedule for the whole week. Sincerely, Cowboys fans. A thing of beauty.
It's called Eaton Park cookies, not Park and Eat cookies.
He also mispronounced so many things there. It was crazy. Like, that was insane. What the fuck's an Appalachia? What are you?
You said that you were Appalachia, weren't you?
It's Appalachia. Come on now.
It's the Appalachian Mountains.
Appalachian Mountains.
Oh my God.
I thought you were from the South. Come on now.
Yeah, it's Appalachia.
Yeah, Appalachia.
Can you hear my Texas accent? It's Appalachia.
I don't know. I'm living in South Carolina right now, and I don't think any of those motherfuckers would call it the Appalachia. I don't even know what you're saying to me right now.
South Carolina is almost East Coast instead of being South. Almost. Calm down, Tanner.
These guys succeeded first. These guys, I mean, these guys were out of there as soon as they had the opportunity. I think these guys are way more Southern than Texas.
Dog, we were the last people to eradicate slavery. We are about as deep south.
Okay, you know what? That's a fair point.
Yeah. That's why we have Juneteenth.
My only rebuttal on that is, you can have your opinions, but we do have video evidence of JFK going to Dallas and being so bored that he killed himself. So.
What? Oh my gosh. To the FBI and CIA, please know that was a joke and that Tanner is not just spewing shit. I don't know. I don't want to knock on my door.
You guys obviously have not been doing ayahuasca with Aaron Rodgers like I have, so you're not locked in enough.
I see that over here with your tinfoil hat. Goodness. Okay, Danny, what is your Fiasco Award of the week?
I'm going back to Cincinnati and that final drive and the Bengals had in overtime. We started at the 48-yard line or whatever and then went a total of 4 yards.
So does the award go to Zach Taylor then?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Apparently Joe Burrow, because Zach Taylor is delegating blame to his franchise quarterback.
Yeah, no, that's not a Joe Burrow issue. That is a Zach Taylor issue, or the defensive coordinator, whoever y'all's DC is.
Yeah. Well, I will say I could see if he did audible into a run because the package they put out there included one wide receiver, as in Jamar Chase was the only wide receiver on the field. So if you're going to pass the ball, you had either two tight ends or Jamar Chase to throw the ball to.
You probably do a little.
Okay, you're going to audible into a run into a heavy package.
You could play action, maybe. I don't know.
No. Burn a timeout. You had 2 timeouts.
Yeah, burn a timeout. That's fair. I mean, you can't take him home with you. It's not like Zach Taylor has any, in his drawer right now or anything like that.
Honestly, I could see like Zach Taylor has like a whiteboard in his office with like timeouts not used.
Oh, I know for a fact Mike McCarthy has one of those because his bum ass never takes timeouts. Shit pisses me off.
Oh.
Donald took one when he shouldn't have, so that was cool.
What's your fiasco moment of the week?
I'm gonna go with the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah.
You. I don't even know where to start, to be honest. And again, I'm not even like a Seattle hater. I don't hate the Seahawks. None of that. But these guys start 3-0. And they're Super Bowl contenders, right? You're hearing they're Super Bowl contenders. You're hearing all these things. The Seahawks in their first 3 weeks beat Denver 26-20, beat New England 23-20, and beat the Tooless Dolphins 24-3. And then in back-to-back weeks, they lose by 2 scores. They lose 42-29 to the the Detroit Lions, and then 29-20 to the New York Football Giants.
Oof. Yeah,
a blocked field goal return for a touchdown.
I don't understand.
They didn't lose the game because of it, but actually they did, didn't they?
I don't understand why Seahawks fans looked at those first 3 weeks of football, saw those opponents they had, and said that they were going to sweep the 49ers this year. I don't get it. Like, your team, I still think this team maybe sneaks into the playoffs, right? But I think they're going to be sneaking in at this point because you lost to Daniel Jones. How do you lose to Daniel Jones? And to put this in perspective, that Seahawks defense is so bad that the Patriots have only scored 20 points once. And that's against Seattle. Their other games, they scored 16 against Cincinnati, 3 against the Jets, 13 against San Francisco, and 10 against the Dolphins. And I bet if we look at the Broncos' schedule too, I bet we're looking at something similar because they beat the Broncos 26-20. 20 points also might be the most of the Broncos have put up this year. Let's see.
They put up quite a bit this week.
Or they put up a ton against Vegas. Okay, prior to that, though, I was correct. No, they actually put up 26 against Tampa. But still, the Broncos' offense was also terrible. And this was also week 1 of this Broncos offense. So you're going against a rookie quarterback on top of that.
Making his debut, yeah.
Yeah, making his debut. So this Seattle team, I don't think is a serious contender because when you're allowing teams to score on you like this and you're losing to a team like the New York Football Giants, I mean, how can you expect to compete against some of the other NFC teams?
Yeah, when you're allowing Daniel Jones to look like a more than competent quarterback, with a 110 quarterback rating, and allowing Tyrone Tracy Jr. Who the hell is that going off for 129 yards? Darius Slayton,
who's without Malik Neighbors.
And without Malik Neighbors, which is the craziest part about all of it.
Darius Slayton went for 122 on 8 receptions. Like, I'm sorry. I see Darius Slayton multiple times every year. He sucks.
He does. Dude, imagine if they had Malik Neighbors that game. I mean, the Giants might put up 40.
Probably. No, honestly, probably.
Oh, yeah. Ugly.
Hey, at least the Seahawks are still first in their conference or division.
Yeah, because somehow, some way, the 49ers found a way to lose to 4'10" Kyler Murray.
And
I will say though that play that he scored the touchdown, that was disgusting. Already putting up the two fingers,
calling a shot at the line of scrimmage.
Basically, yeah, dude. It's funny to watch that because it's like I saw that as a child growing up, which is weird to say, but yeah, it was just funny. Just seeing deuce, gone. He's like a toddler that you can't catch. Yeah,
I do love the way he runs. It looks like he stole his remote control from his older brother.
Yeah.
Have you seen that video of like the kid running around the pool and the mom's like, "Oh, what do you have?" And he's like, "A knife."
Yeah.
And she's like, "What?" And he just like runs
yeah,
away.
mom's like, no.
Yeah. That's Kyler Murray.
Yes. Oh man. Well, okay, then going into our pick'ems for the upcoming week here, I have to pull up the schedule for next week.
Yeah. We have 2 quarterback changes, 2 rookies starting. Drake May's now starting quarterback, and Spencer Rattler is most likely starting for the Saints because Derek Carr is going to be hurt. So keep that in mind.
That does not move the needle for either team.
I don't know who the Saints are playing, so I don't know. The Buccaneers.
Oh, yeah, that'll be another Baker revenge game. All right, so we have the ESPN NFL schedule up, just making sure we're all on the same page.
Yep.
Yes, Jeff.
Yes, Chef.
Week 6. So Thursday night football, San Fran at Seattle.
Wow.
The devil.
The jersey matchup on this is insane. I think the Seahawks are wearing their throwbacks.
Nice.
Ooh, that'll be
They're going to look good when they lose.
Yeah, they will.
I'm surprised Jordan isn't hate watching and picking the Seahawks.
I mean, normally I trust me, I will be hate watching, but I don't think that they're going to lose. There's no way Shanahan is going to follow up a loss to the Cardinals with the loss to the Seahawks with how bad the Seahawks have been this season. It's just not going to happen. So
that's fair.
I will be.
I mean, they did follow up a loss to the Vikings with a loss to the Rams.
Well,
they did lose 2 in a row already.
Yeah, that's fair.
Luckily, they played the Patriots in the middle.
Ooh, actually, this is going to be in Seattle. Ooh, hold on.
Thursday night in Seattle, that 12th man's going to be rocking.
And Thursday games are always ugly. And I think that out of the 2 teams, I mean, Seattle's kind of made a name over the years of, winning ugly games because they don't have an elite tier quarterback, in my opinion, personally. I know that you're a Geno Smith lover, Tanner. I will leave you to it. I think that, though, the 49ers, they do a much better job of having hey, we have a great game plan. Everything's in order. Look at how disciplined we are. Thursday games are always ugly. You know what? I might change my mind. On this one.
Coming to the dark side.
Are you also picking the Seahawks?
Yeah, I'm going 24-21 Seahawks.
I just don't see it. I mean, Tyrone Tracy Jr. just put up 116 yards against this team. Jordan Mason's going for 250.
But hey, he might fumble like 3 times. He does have to.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. For Seattle's hope, they need that to happen.
All right. So it's what, 2 49ers to 1 Seattle? That's fine. It's whatever. We have Jacksonville Jaguars at Chicago Bears.
In London.
Oh, it's a London game. Ooh, so they're going to be wildly jet lagged.
Should we call up Alex real quick and be like, hey, get us the insider information?
Oh, you know what? The Jaguars actually play well in London. That's the only place they play well, right? Don't they win in London?
They do. Yeah.
I mean, just because they play so many fucking games there.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's practically a home.
They have a pretty good win percentage in London. I think they've only lost like twice out of all the times they played.
I'm going to go with Chicago just because it looked like this past week that Caleb Williams might have finally figured something out. So going with Chicago.
Against the Panthers?
Shout out South Side, where my daddy from.
I'm going Jacksonville.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think Chicago is going to win, but I mean Jacksonville just weird. I mean I don't see Jacksonville going 1-15. I think they gotta, or 1-16 now. I think Jacksonville's going to win this game.
Yeah, I think the Bears are frauds. Clip it.
Ooh.
I'm not going to go with
This
that.
will be
He said, here's my receipt, bitch.
you can expect
Arizona at Green Bay.
That's a fun one.
That'll be fun. Who's going to be quarterback? Is it still is it Love now? Love's back.
Love's been back for 2 weeks.
Okay.
Love got his first win of the year on Sunday.
Oh,
He was 0-2. Malik Willis was 2-0.
Arizona about to hit him with that shtick. I don't even know what that means, but they finna do it.
No, I think in Lambeau, I'm going Jordan Love and the Packers.
I will be hate watching this one too.
Yeah, fuck it. Like Kyler Murray, he runs pretty funny. So, I think he's got this one.
Yeah, let's go. Okay. All
He's
right.
gonna try to Lambeau leap and hit halfway up the wall.
Yeah, exactly.
That wall 8 foot tall. He's blink.
All right. Indianapolis
Marvin Harrison's gonna come over lift him up.
Colts at Titans. That'll actually be a good one too, I think.
Anthony Richardson, I think, is still out.
Yeah, but
Dude, Malik Willis is back. Will Levis is back.
I was
He had a bye week last year.
Will Levis is back? Give me the Colts.
The Colts filled in for Will Levis last week. Their DB, did you see the picture when he just tried to tackle the guy by straight out behind him?
Dude, he is on a generational meme run right now. You just gotta tip your hat to him. There we go. I just tipped my hat to him.
I'm a Will Levis lover.
I'm a Will Levis meme lover.
Well, yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, I'm going Flacco in the Colts. Oh, well, actually, Anthony Richardson's back. You said, right?
He might not be. I don't know.
Regardless, I'm taking Colts over Tennessee.
Yeah, me too.
Cool. I think it'll be a close one though. Houston at New England.
New England might win. No. Watch Drake May just come out and throw for 5 touchdowns.
I would say that, but who is he going to throw to?
Yeah.
Folk.
Yeah, there you go.
Houston is a 7-point favorite in this.
That is shocking. Only a 7?
Yeah.
This is college football. You've got to respect people,
No. Kansas City's playing 14-point stay for half the time.
They're still professionals, Danny.
No.
It's any given Sunday.
No.
That is true.
Give them at least 10. Give them 10.
Nah, hold on. Which shitty team was it that they lost to this? Oh, well, no, actually, it was the Vikings that they lost to. Never mind. They only beat the Jags by 4, okay? It's fine. It'll be fine. I'm still going to take Houston on this, but
oh yeah.
If you're a betting man, smash the spread.
We are not responsible if you lose money, though.
We are if you win.
I'm not guaranteeing it. I'm just saying smash it.
Smash. All right, so I have Houston. Who do y'all have? I don't think y'all said it.
Houston.
Well, yeah, you said.
I think we've said Houston a couple of times actually.
No one's picking New England.
Sorry, the Pittsburgh game got me off my game now. My sleep schedule's been all jacked up because they decided to have a 1 a.m. football game.
Did the game end at 11 for you? I was the one up till 1 a.m. and I've been waking up.
I go to bed at 9 o'clock on the dot. At 8 o'clock, I am watching my kitchen clock, waiting for it to strike 9 so I can go to bed ethically. Okay.
I don't know, man. I had to go to bed, and the thing is, I didn't go to bed at 1 because my team lost, so I was pissed. So I just sat there, stared at the ceiling for another hour.
I also couldn't go to sleep either. Granted, I was happier than you were, obviously, but
yeah, I bet you weren't
so
staring at the ceiling and being like, "Man, Tom, well, that was a really good use of a timeout." When they fucking score anyways, man.
Oh,
the other one's just
yeah, Pam's facing the other way, just dead asleep. I'm just sitting there pissed off, staring at my state. It's some bullshit.
Actually, I was so jittery after that game that I had to go sleep on the couch because I kept tossing and turning, and Sarah was like, "All right, dude, if you keep kicking me, you got to go to sleep on the couch." So Normally that's because I lose an argument.
Jordan probably over there giggling, and Sarah's like, "Shut up."
Anyways, we got way off track there. Tampa Bay at New Orleans. I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay on this one.
Give me Baker. He's gonna bake.
Yeah, he needs a bounce back game. That was a rough way to lose last week.
Yeah, I agree. He's going. Well, he can't really go gator hunting because they're called the Saints, but they're in Louisiana. But he's gonna eat some gator nuggets. I don't give a damn. That's what Baker's gonna go do. Baker's gonna go find him a nice black honey out there in New Orleans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think the Buccaneers defense, I know they didn't cause fits for Kirk Cousins last week, but I think they're going to cause fits for Spencer Rattler. They're going to prioritize Kamara. Rattler's not going to be used to the NFL speed.
No.
He threw a lot of picks in college as is.
Yeah,
so.
he's going to struggle against an actual NFL defense. Kamara's going to go off for like 3 touchdowns, which is going to be great for me in fantasy, but they're still going to lose.
Where did Rattler end up transferring? Because didn't he start at Oklahoma?
He did start.
He went to South Carolina. He went to the Gamecocks.
That's right, he did.
The Cacks.
Oh, did you guys see that sack celebration by South Carolina where he unloaded the clip into the dude?
Oh my God, yes.
Dude, my dad and I were watching that. Like laughing our asses off.
I saw one. It was a D3 school. This wide receiver shut down a play in the end zone or whatever. And he literally lifts up his jersey, pulls a fake gun out, points it at the dude, and just starts shooting at him. And the ref's just like looking at him. The score was 34-7. His team was losing.
That's why he didn't get flagged. The ref was just like, dude, this fucking idiot.
Well, that's the best part about the South Carolina game, too, is I think they were losing by 21. So they were down 3 touchdowns, and he gets the sack, and he's like on the ground.
Gosh.
When did that become a thing?
I don't know,
man. It needs to stop.
Well, because when we played the Chiefs, our wide receiver 3, he did the bow and arrow thing, and he got flagged for it.
Have you guys ever seen
a gun?
I got to
It's like that's what Travis Kelce does every single play or every single touchdown.
Wow.
It's like, so you're not allowed to shoot anything anymore, I guess? I don't know.
Probably not. Cleveland at Philly. This is going to be an ugly game, but that's okay.
Yeah, Philadelphia's a 9-point favorite. How is Houston not?
Are they really a 9-point favorite? Huh, I'll be damned. Are they putting Jameson? I heard rumors that they were gonna put Jameson finally.
Hopefully, after Deshaun Watson walked off the field.
They need to put Jameson.
Dude, if they play Jameis, then I'm picking the Browns.
They play Jameis,
bro. Hey, that man can win games solely on the power of friendship. So I'm going with the Browns if Jameis is playing. That's my caveat.
Yeah, I love the stat Tanner sent us earlier today. That Deshaun Watson has settled more lawsuits than has touchdown passes since being traded to Cleveland.
That's not a very happy ending for him, huh?
No. But for the rest of the NFL.
It's been awesome to see.
It has been.
But as much as I hate to say it, I don't know why I hate the Eagles, but I'm going to choose the Eagles.
Oh, it's okay. I fully support you hating the Eagles. I also hate the Eagles. That's why I'm picking the Browns.
Fuck Philadelphia.
I think
we all hate Philadelphia for picking Philadelphia.
We're all picking Philadelphia, but you're picking the Browns, really.
Well, if my caveat is if Jameis plays.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I doubt Jameis is going to play.
No,
I've heard rumors that they're thinking about benching Deshaun. So
they should.
If Deshaun plays, they gonna lose. If Jameis plays, they gonna win.
Yeah, but no, I hate having to root for West New Jersey. Can't stand it.
That's fair. All right, Washington versus Baltimore.
Ooh, that is going to be a shoot. You were talking about unloading a clip.
How Baltimore is a 6.5-point favorite against the Commanders is kind of shocking.
Nah, bro, this is going to be a 38-35 contest. I'm picking Baltimore on this one, but
the Commanders' defense is better than the Bengals' defense, and the Commanders' offense is better than the Ravens' offense.
Woo! Whoa!
This year.
Rewind that. Did that statement just rewind that?
Statistically, the Commanders' offense is the most efficient in the NFL.
Yes, but just saying wholeheartedly with your chest that the Commies have a better offense than Baltimore is a little crazy.
I think to be fair, I agree with Jordan. I think it's crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
I like Jaden Daniels a lot. I like a lot of what the Commanders' offense has looked like. But I mean, when you have Derrick Henry as your running back and you have Lamar Jackson as your quarterback, I mean, the potential is just unreal for the Baltimore offense. We haven't seen it every game, but when both of those pieces are rolling, I mean, they damn well have the best offense in the league.
Yeah.
Their offenses mirror each other.
That's fair. I'll give you that.
I don't really like I like B-Rob, but I don't like the Commanders' running game nearly as much as I like the Ravens' running game.
Well, yeah, because Derrick Henry. I don't like anybody as much as I like Derrick Henry when it comes to running, you know? He is the Adrian Peterson of our generation.
That's a good point.
That's true. But Jaden Daniels currently has a higher passing percentage than Lamar Jackson. He is more accurate throwing the ball than Lamar Jackson is.
Well, yeah, because Lamar's a running back.
Jaden Daniel has a lot of yards on the ground.
Oh, man. Okay, if he's beating him in the running back category, can't do much about that. Well, I'm picking Baltimore. I'm sorry. I'm sticking with Lamar on this one. I can't cheer for the Commies.
Yeah, I mean, I hate picking for Baltimore because fuck Baltimore. But I mean, I think the Ravens are the better team right now. But I do think the game will be fun.
Oh, tons.
I just want to be different. I'm going to pick the Commies.
I always knew you were a commie.
I don't think the Ravens can score 40-plus points back-to-back weeks.
Oh, I think they absolutely can.
Watch Derrick Henry say, "Hold my beer."
He didn't do jack last week.
Yeah, which means he's guaranteed to go nuts this week. That's how fantasy football works.
No, only if you bench him.
Fair enough. People just
You know what? Just because I'm such a NFC East hater whenever it comes to anybody other than Cowboys, I might just bench Derrick Henry. I might take that L just to watch the Commies lose.
If that happens, that'd be the biggest. You'd be the biggest truther of like, if I bench a player, he's going off.
I mean, hey, we've come to learn on this podcast we can't interview people because that means their team will lose. So we have some sort of magic power in this bitch. I don't know what it is, but we've got some voodoo magic. Speaking of which, well, this isn't voodoo magic, but Los Angeles Chargers at Denver Broncos. I was thinking like lightning.
Why is the NFL so weird this year? I feel like last year it'd be like, oh, this team would win. But now it's like, I don't know.
No, there's a lot of good games on this docket this week for sure.
Yeah, there are.
It's been like that every week.
Yeah, there's no real clear front runner for best team right now. If Baltimore continues on the offensive trajectory that they're on, I think that they will eventually start to stand out as the clear cut number one.
Their defense will need to pick it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Because top offenses can still slice to that defense.
Yeah.
You saw it last week.
But
yeah, Chargers, Denver.
I think I'm gonna take Denver on this one. Just because it's in the mile high. I think, Bo Nix he's not by any stretch like breaking out, but he's getting better week by week. It feels like they're finally starting to get a little bit more cohesive as a team. I'm gonna pick Denver.
And their defense is really good.
I'm gonna pick Denver.
I'm going Denver.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go different. I'm gonna go the Chargers. I like their running game a lot.
Fair enough.
I think they can get it rolling. I think they can beat Denver.
If Denver wins, they have to lose out the rest of the year for our prediction to go under 5 wins to come true.
You know what? I hope they prove us wrong because people.
Stayed under 5 wins.
Yeah, we did.
Stupid for that.
I hope that they prove us wrong because I have come to learn that people in this area are so much nicer to me as a Cowboys fan if Denver is doing somewhat okay because they just kind of forget about us because there are quite a few of us up here now. So yeah, I hope Denver does wonderful things this season so people stop getting mad at me.
Yeah, but Denver lucked into 2 wins with beating the Buccaneers and the Jets. So we had them winning 1 game through 5 weeks against the Raiders, but they just happened to win 3 of their first 5 because the Jets couldn't more than 10 points and the Buccaneers somehow scored 7.
Hey, give it up to that defense.
No, yeah.
Defense
Good
wins
for them.
championships, brother.
And here's another one: Steelers versus Raiders. Historical matchup.
I got Pittsburgh on this one.
If
Is Russell Wilson starting?
Ooh.
there's 2 things that will happen here.
Russell Wilson is coming off IR this week.
If Russell Wilson is starting and the Steelers lose to the Raiders, the next time you're ever going to see me in media is on Live Leak.
Okay.
Yeah,
Tell us
that's-
what you
Tanner saying the Steelers.
hey, it's for my survival. This is,
Not the survival.
Okay. I'm going to take the Steelers too to be safe.
I mean, genuinely though, Vegas has a good defense and everything, but their offense sucks. They benched Gardner Minshew, didn't they?
Yeah.
I don't even know who their backup quarterback is.
Aiden O'Connell, babyface Connell, baby.
Does not ring a bell to me,
He
brother.
looks like a child. You
So
started
does Kyler Murray. I think that Pittsburgh's defense is, in my opinion, probably slightly better than Vegas's. Actually, I'm just going to say they're better because they have TJ Watt, and then
better, yeah.
And then they've got a better offense. So Pittsburgh should win this game.
I wonder if Devontae Adams' hamstring is feeling better.
Devontae, even if his hamstring's feeling better, he's not going to play.
Oh, I know he was out due to hamstring injury.
Detroit at Dallas.
Detroit coming off a bye week, week 5 bye.
I'm picking Detroit. Hey, you know what? If I got to continue to pick my opponents for my team to win like I did last week, so be it. Detroit by 50.
Detroit by 50. I'm picking Detroit just because Detroit, they're going to beat the Cowboys.
I think they are the better team.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I think I'll go Detroit as well. I would say it's in Dallas, and that does matter a lot for Dallas, but
we've lost the last.
They're 0-2 at home. That home field advantage is gone.
Yeah. We've lost the last 3 at home.
Something happened in that playoff game. They're like, we can never play at home again.
Yeah.
Why are tickets?
But we're undefeated on the road. So hell yeah. Atlanta at Carolina. The obvious choice. I think we all agree. Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta.
Cool. Cincinnati at New York.
I think we can all agree on this one as well.
New York.
You guys really both think?
I hate our defense.
I mean, I hate your defense too, but
Daniel Dimes is going off for 400 yards.
Malik Neighbors is going to be back. Our DB1 is out.
Oh no, dude! If Daniel Jones throws for over 400 yards, you guys you need to get relegated or something. I don't know.
No, our offense isn't the issue. Joe Burrow is going to throw for 400 yards as well again. Punter should just the Giants punter should just stay in New York, and the Bengals just shouldn't even show up. It's not. There's going to be no punting in this game.
It's going to be like a 31-28 affair. Yeah, Joe Burrow is going to have 450 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks. It's going to
be 35-38 final score.
Oh, man.
This game is going down to a last-second Super Bowl.
If you guys go to 1-5, lose to the Patriots and the Giants. Oh, fuck. I'm not going to do it. I mean, Cincinnati's got to win one, right?
No,
we've been saying that for a week.
Who says that they have to win one? They can go 1-15.
Because
Daniel Jones averages, Jordan.
Yeah, y'all have been winning too much as of late. So law averages states y'all got to go
9-8 last year.
Yeah, but y'all recently went to a Super Bowl, and y'all are Bengals. Y'all know y'all are
11-6.
Y'all are supposed to have a losing record.
11-6.
I'm just saying. Law
Zach
averages.
Taylor has an under 500 win percentage as the Cincinnati Bengals.
1-15. Loser.
Does he really have a? Does he have a losing record as a head coach?
Yes, because his first year, Burrow, we went 4-12 or whatever. Then we went 11-6, and then I think we went like 11-6 again, and then we went 9-8.
Dude, Bungle's gonna bungle.
Bungle's gonna bungle.
Yeah.
Oh man. Quick question before we go to the last one, which is Buffalo at the Jets. Was it the Giants that had the white guy that returned the pick six? Who had the white guy that returned the pick six?
Oh, no white guy returned a pick six, but the Broncos had the first white man interception in 22 years.
That's right. That's what it was. They just celebrated in the end zone. That's right. Hey,
yeah. Well, they did have the Patrick Surtain had a 100-yard pick six in that game as well.
That's right. Okay.
But also Gardner Minshew on that return got absolutely molested. Like he literally just got like picked up by the shoulder pads and thrown to the ground in front.
Is that the best word you could have used there?
He censored himself.
If you watch the replay, that is literally what happened.
Well,
he got manhandled.
Based off the definition of the word, he did not literally get molested on the field. That did not happen.
Yeah, calm down, Deshaun Watson.
That did not occur in a football game. I think I would have known if that occurred during a football field. But we got to be careful using those terminologies because, that can get people in trouble, right? Like, you don't want to be too loose with the word.
Yeah.
Fine. He got manhandled on the return right in front of the returner, and nothing was called.
But yeah,
just saying, that's how I get called into homes when we use words like that. All right, make sure you're using the correct word.
That is how social work works. Yeah, seeing that a white guy intercepted the football for the first time since it was 2002, right?
Yeah, in 22 years. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hey, that all white team's starting to look kind of nice now.
We have 3 starters in the secondary now.
Hey, yeah, y'all actually, I mean, the team black's still going to cook y'all, but it's going to be closer. It's going to be closer now.
You're fine.
Dooku would
you
be
got
so
Max
proud.
Crosby and TJ Watt and Nick Bosa. Come on.
Yeah, but we still have Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes has to sit on.
Hey, he can go either way.
Yeah, but unfortunately, by default, we go based on the dad's genes, and his daddy black as hell. So
I thought he went by.
Your patriarchal society. That's what we're doing here.
I'm sorry. This is the National League of Football, okay? Or National Football League. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, come on now.
The National League. NLF.
24. You can say whatever you want to be.
All right.
Welcome to America.
Buffalo Bills, New York Jets.
Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo. I just wanted to stop that conversation.
Honestly, Aaron Rodgers might go for 4 interceptions this time. DeMar Hamlin will have 3 of them somehow. And then Aaron Rodgers is going to be like, well, because he got vaccinated. That's why DeMar's heart stopped in the first place, was the vaccine. That's some shit.
Isn't
that
it
Aaron
crazy?
In the post game.
I forgot about this from last year, but isn't it crazy that DeMar Hamlin died on a football field and didn't win comeback player of the year? That's wild.
Honestly, he's better this year because he's actually
he played 2 snaps last year.
Oh, he died. He died.
He played 2 snaps.
He was clinically dead, and then he played football. Wow. What else do you come back from, man?
He didn't do anything.
He's on the other side. We're not supposed to see the other side and come back. He did that, dude. That's crazy.
He did the damn thing.
Who cares if Joe Flacco got up off his couch, man? The other dude fucking died.
He took the Browns to the Super Bowl, okay? That's almost as hard.
He didn't go to the Super Bowl. He went to the playoffs.
I'm into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, calm down.
I don't know. The dude died. That's all. I just think that's crazy that a guy
he'll
died.
Win it this year. He'll win it this year.
Yeah, he'll definitely, because he's been hooping. He's been hooping, My favorite term to use for football just because it makes me mad. He's been hooping, brother. Cool. Any last thoughts before we end the show?
I just got a text that said, "Are you okay?"
Was it from TJ?
Like, it sounds like you're crying in there.
I mean, internally, you probably are at this point. Well, cool. Thanks so much, everybody, for listening. This has been Tanner, Danny, and Jordan with the Fourth Down Fiasco crew. As always, we ask that you rate us 5 stars on Spotify and Apple Pods. Best way for us to be able to grow the show. Real quick, shout out to my youth group who approached me this past Sunday and started quoting things that we were saying in the last pod. So, little worrisome.
What was the top quote?
That was a good question. At some point or another, they were like, yeah, you really threw Tanner under the bus with that one. And I was like, I don't even remember that. But yeah. So, shout out to my 14-year-olds that are listening to our podcast.
Jordan Edel will come up to me, like, he'll just come over and be like, wow, you really think the Broncos suck? I'm like, yeah, how'd you hear that? But yeah.
Yeah. They sorry, Jordan Edel. They do, but they're fun. And that's what matters.
He did say the Broncos football is fun again.
Yes, it is.
He texted me that.
So, well, cool. Thanks, everybody. Y'all take care. Go check out BetStamp. Signupexpert.com/fiasco.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Well, I like school, and I like football, and I'm gonna keep doing them both because they make me feel